What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good, good. This is exciting. We never get to talk to you.
Hey, I'm glad I get to talk to you. These are good reasons to chat.
I love this. This is such a crazy time, and I love the fact that we get to actually hang out with artists like you in your own space, wherever you are in the world. Are you in Florida right now? Is that where you're at?
No, I'm actually in Nashville.
Oh,
Um, I am down in like this old barn I have on my property that I kind of use as like a party barn. And our little 2-year-old, unfortunately, Paris, spent her 2-year-old birthday in the hospital last week. And tomorrow, because of that, we planned her 2-year-old birthday party to be tomorrow. So up at the house, I got a ton of people, and of course, Erica up there trying to get ready for this birthday party.
oh.
So I was like, I'm just gonna go up to the barn and make these calls. So I hope this is coming through okay for you.
It is, and it's a really cool background. It's actually great. It zooms well. Is that a thing?
Good, good. Yeah, it's actually a fake backdrop. I'm not even here right now.
Well, we're really happy to hear that your daughter's doing better and that she's out of the hospital and she's going to get to celebrate her birthday. That was so crappy to see that you were going through that.
Yeah, but she's better now, and I think that's the main great part about it is there's a lot of great doctors helped us out at Vanderbilt, and really, there's so many families out there and moms and dads that are dealing with things on a way larger scale than we were, and we were just really blessed. People were so nice, reaching out, like other artists, fans of mine, just reaching out and really caring about Paris. So we were flattered that everyone thought of us like that, but she's good. So I appreciate you asking.
First of all, your ninth number one made for you. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. And like it's wild to think off one album, like 4 number ones up there with y'all in Canada. And I have such an awesome team at Big Loud and like Brienne up there taking care of us in Canada, especially like you said, like I don't get to see you guys that much. So we don't take for granted as artists down here in the States that y'all up there are really embracing what we're doing. And you have so many incredible Canadian artists that like for us to have the opportunity to get played on your radio stations from down here and have a team that supports us like that makes these songs that much more special. But I will say in general, Made for You is just one of the most special songs I've ever recorded because of where I am in my life, how much it makes sense to me right now and with where I am and my family and Erica. And I'm just proud that my little girls were part of the video, and they get to, as they grow older, they'll say, man, that was a big hit for dad. And we were a part of that. And those are the things that are important to me now.
Yeah, your life has come full circle and sort of really worked itself out really nicely, including, your career and your family. But how did you sort through all the fan submitted clips and pick the special few that got chosen?
That was hard, and that's a great question because I wanted to include everyone, but the song's only 3.5 minutes long. We would have had like a 4-hour music video, but there was some incredible stuff people sent in. But I kind of leaned on the musical and video director to kind of just pick through what worked. So I hope that no one out there that's watching sent something in that they were bummed they didn't get to see themselves. But then again, there were people that were in the video that reached out to me. A really good friend of mine, Jordan Speed, actually, that plays professional golf. His wife sent in a video of them from their wedding, and I didn't even know watching the video that it was them. And Annie said, "Oh my God, we were so excited to make your video." And I was like, "You're in my video?" And then when I went back and watched it, I was like, "Oh my God, that totally is them." So we weren't picking like people as favorites. We were just picking moments that were beautiful. And it's pretty neat how that worked out.
It's really special too because it came out during the pandemic, which I think gives everything a totally different meaning. I think a lot of people have done some real soul searching over the last year and a half. I imagine you've been keeping yourself busy. Some artists are, recording or writing a lot. Others are picking up hobbies. What have you been sort of focusing your attention on?
Golf.
Okay, fair.
No, I grew up loving golf, and I never, and then I got away from it to play music. And then once you start playing music, you get out on the road and everybody asks me a lot. They're like, hey man, you play golf on the road? I'm like, not really, because it's 4 hours of the day. And by the time I get away from the venue and get out there, I got to be back from meet and greet. And it's just like, I need sometimes just to relax. So I don't do it on the road that much, but being home for this amount of time that I've never had, in the mornings, I just will wake up, go out to the golf course and hit some balls. It's like good therapy. And then I come home and I'm a dad for the rest of the day. But I would say between being a dad and working on my golf game, that's how my pandemic's been.
That's actually not bad. But so you took a little break. We all know you're a really good golfer already, but is it true what they say? Like you have to keep playing to stay good. Did you lose a little bit of that?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I just earlier was hitting some golf balls today and I was so frustrated with myself. And that's what golf is, though. Like, that's the beauty of it, is that there's a book called Golf is Not a Game of Perfect. And I think that that's life is the same way. Nothing, like, you can't expect to go play golf and every shot you hit is going to be great. Like, you have to realize going into it that there's going to be some struggles in this, but I have to appreciate it for what it is. And that's what life is. So I've always kind of correlated life and golf is why I love both,
I like that a lot. Okay, so I was reading that there a few years back, you had really focused, you really wanted to shift your reputation as an artist with your music. And I was wondering, now that it's been a few years and you've got, Greetings from Jake, and you're getting these rave reviews from critics who have talked a lot about your depth as an artist and how you're so versatile. Do you feel now like you've gotten there in your career?
That's cool to hear you say that, because I don't know that I've ever read or seen anyone say that, like, there's certain artists in our format, that will always be like the critic's choice, and there's guys like me that like put songs out like Barefoot Blue Jean Night that was definitely like song of the decade, the most played song of the decade, but it's not like the most critically acclaimed, it's more like people would say, oh, it's a ditty or the guy. So to hear you say that people have like accepted me as a guy that's very versatile is very flattering, because I feel like I'm not just one-sided, although sometimes you can be pigeonholed, like for a while there was the whole phase within our format of like bro country and this and that. And I've just been a guy. I mean, I started touring as an opening act with Alan Jackson and Brooks and Dunn, so like I've been there for the days of like great country artists. And then riding the wave into like the Barefoot Blue Jean Night years for me, to then now, like my songs have even evolved more, like the homemade and made for you has become like, I'm not 24 anymore, right. I'm 27. So, so I've matured a lot. And I think that when an artist, at least I strive that if I can just match my lifestyle with what I know and sing about it, people believe it and they support it and they love it. And I don't try to be anything I'm not. And I think that's important.
Okay. Well, I normally wouldn't recommend this because I know it can be a dangerous game, but because the stuff that people have been saying is so great, you should really Google it. Like Billboard, Rolling Stone, they're all talking about how Greetings from Jake specifically is like a Merle-esque album.
What?
Yeah.
Where are you seeing these things?
I swear, I'm not. You got to Google it. So when it comes to recording songs and putting them on a record, some artists are really focused on the songs that mean a lot to them or they find a personal connection with and they like to put those out. Other artists are more focused on, how the fans feel. What is your what's the Jake Owen direction of that?
Both, really. I mean, first and foremost, I do love what the fans like. And I put myself in the position of being a fan at a concert. And if I can play that song in my set list and it's going to make people feel good, sing along, like look next to them and smile at their girlfriend or be like, this is our song. Or it's like guys together with their buddies are like, we love this song. Like that's what I strive for, because yes, I like interesting music that kind of can go off the rails a little bit. But I've learned that, like, at the end of the day, yes, I'm a songwriter. Yes, I'm a singer. But I really like being an entertainer. I like entertaining people. I like making them happy, whether we're on stage somewhere or whether I'm here at my house. Like, when people come over, I want them to feel good. And so I tend to try to make sure that my music demonstrates that.
Okay. I think that's a really great answer actually, because I think it should be a little bit of both. You know, it has to mean something to you and it has to mean something to the people who you're putting your music out to, right?
That's exactly right.
So what are you most looking forward to after this is all wrapped up?
Um, I'm looking forward to kind of, honestly, I guess this is the best answer I can give you, is that I'm looking forward to the new approach to what was comfortable to me before, right? So for years I toured with my guys, and then all of a sudden we were told like we couldn't do it anymore. And so during that time, it allowed me some time to reflect on things that I loved about what I was doing, and it also allowed me to reflect on stuff I hated about what I was doing. And then a lot of us that work together, there's some guys that, as much as I love them, they're like, man, I got away from music and I found another job, and like I don't think I'm going to come back on the road. And it bums me out they're not coming back out with us, but also at the same time I'm so happy that they found something in their life that they would have never found without this weird circumstance. So for me, long answer to your short question, what I'm looking forward to is I'm looking forward to that feeling of being back out on stage again. But I'm actually looking forward to the newness of like, whoa, I got a couple new guys in the band. We're gonna have to learn each other. We're gonna have to, and that is something that feels good. Whereas just like anything, things can get stale when you're just doing it day in, day out. And you're just, I'm not saying I ever just checked boxes and went through the motions, but like, I mean, let's be honest, anyone that goes to their job every single day, we all have moments as human beings where you're showing up that day because you got to do it, not because like you feel good or something like. So all of us have to put smiles on our faces and go out there and do what we are expected to do. And I've just been looking so forward to getting back out there with this fresh mentality of like, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, Made for You went #1 in a pandemic. I've never even played it for people since it's been on the radio. So I'm excited to see the reaction.
That's awesome. And I think that a lot of us have gotten a new lease on life in whatever capacity we do our thing, right?
I'm not leasing life. I'm owning it right now.
Hey, there you go. Good one. Well, come to Canada, please. We would love to see you. It's been quite some time since you've been here, and you've got a lot of fans, including myself. So it would be really great to hear you play.
I'd love to come see you guys. Just, you guys lighten up some restrictions and we'll be up there as soon as possible.